There we go. And now we're live. And recording, well, not on this, just on TikTok. But we're recording on here too, so. And we have no viewers because, well, I suck.
No shit, look, you have a viewer. Hey, what's up? I don't know who that is.
I don't know either. Just some random person. Yeah.
Nice. So a random viewer. Whoa, and whoa.
Welcome to our stupidity.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know how. I didn't think we'd get any viewers.
Neither did I.
Yes, if you got any questions, ask away.
Especially about this man's broken jaw.
Yes,
right here.
That's a fun story.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and go into that story.
So, I was in my room. I was bored. I wanted to have a drink. I was in the mood to share, right? So when I texted my buddies, and I was like, "Hey guys, like, come over, let's have a drink," and they were like, "Bet." And so two of my boys come over. Dude named Hankins, who's an infantry guy, another tanker, and then Ashley comes over and he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, let's have a drink." And I'm like, sure, whatever. And I'm just chilling in my room watching a movie. And Ashley's like, "Yo, like, this is whack, dude. Like, let's go out." And the other tanker friend was like, "Alright, man, I'm gonna head out. I'm not trying to go out, so I'm gonna go to my other friend's pad. We're gonna just drink there." And I was like, "Alright, well, let's hang out with you some other time." And he takes off. And then Ashley's like, "Yo, dude, like, let's go to Aggieville. Let's go have some more drinks, party and shit." And I'm just like, "Alright, man. Sure. I'm gonna just keep having. I'm gonna just keep drinking. Not really in the mood to go out." He convinces the infantry guy, and now the infantry guy's like, "Yo, come on, dude, like, get changed, get ready, like, we're gonna go out." I was like, "Fuck it. I don't see why not." And so I took a shower, and I got changed, and I was like, "Alright, dude, like, let's go." These fucking dudes decided, you know what, we have 2 bottles of orange juice, and throw some vodka. I was like, okay, just don't overdo it. They overdid it. Major, like, they really bad overdid it. And so, like, we're drinking the orange juice on the way to the club. Actually, and my buddy Camarada joins us. So we're in the Uber, we're on the way over there. And actually, you can already start telling, like, he's fucked up, dude. Like, he's talking to the Uber driver.
It takes that kid, like, 3 shots and he's fucked up, so.
Okay, well, we had, like, half a bottle of Amsterdam and 2 bottles of orange juice.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Like, the handheld size, you know, like.
Yeah.
And so fucking, yeah, so he's drunk and then, like, he's talking to our Uber driver, dude. It's Halloween, everybody's kind of dressed up. And she was like, "Oh yeah, like, I'm a pumpkin, da-da-da." Ashley was like, "That's good that you're a pumpkin because I'm trying to smash." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Oh dude, I'm pregnant." And I'm like, "Oh my god." And then Hankins' stupid ass replies with, "Well, if we nut on you again, does that cancel the other one out?" And then I'm like, "Dude, shut up. Well, first of all, that's not how that works. Second of all, what the fuck?" And then Ashley's response to my logic was, "Dude, pregnant pussy is the best pussy, bro." And I'm just like, how am I gonna deal with these two? By the time we get to like the clubs and shit, I actually could not get out of the car without falling.
Oh my god.
So I threw him back in the car. I sent him back. I had to pay an extra $30 for that. And then, yeah, it's just me, Camarada, and Hankins. We're drinking in the club. And, like, they're not 21, so I'm sinking them drinks. I keep buying Jaeger and Red Bulls, and I'm just like, "You're a fucker." Like, and I pretend to chug it, and I'm like, "Can I get another one?" And the mix of alcohol was not good because I had Jaeger and Red Bull, and I had a lot of it. Jack and Coke, and I killed about half a bottle of the Gentleman's Jack by myself.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then adding the orange juice to the mix. It wasn't doing anything to me earlier, and then, like, I had a nice buzz going. But about halfway through the night, that shit hit me all at the same time, and so I had a blackout moment. And so I black out, dude, and shit just goes sideways. By the time I'm like waking up, they're like, dude, hey, like, can you hear me? And I'm just like, yeah, like, what the fuck, where are we? And I'm in the car with Ashley and Vasquez. They're like, yeah, dude, like, you said your jaw hurts. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? What happened to my face? Like, my fucking face hurts. They're like, you look like shit, dude. And I'm like, well, what happened? Like, where are we? And they're like, dude, we're taking you to the hospital. I'm like, the hospital? What the fuck happened? Like, and like, I mean, obviously, I'm still drunk. And so, like, you keep telling us your face hurts, and we found you, like, with a bunch of blood, like, dripping down your face and shit. We thought, like, it was a Halloween costume and shit. And I'm like, nah, dude, what the fuck? My Halloween costume was looking good, shit. Um, and so, they take me to the ER, they do, like, a whole CAT scan thing, and they're like, yeah, dude, your nose is fucked up, your jaw's broken. And I'm like, what the fuck? Broken? They're like, yeah, dude, there's like 7 fractures. I'm like, 7 fractures? Jesus fuck. How am I still talking right now? They're like, we don't know, dude. Usually when somebody breaks their jaw, they can't talk. And they're like, well, we're gonna have to like transfer you over to another hospital. They're gonna do surgery. And you're like, fuck, fuck my shit up. And now they're asking me like, do you know what happened to you? Like, what happened? And I'm like, I don't fucking remember. The last thing I remember, I was handing out drinks to my buddies, and I went over to talk to 2 girls. After that, it's all a black screen, and the player was on autopilot, you know? And so, after the surgery and all that, the other day I started talking to my buddies, and I'm trying to get a story out of them. Like, dude, like, tell me what happened. Camarada's like, all right, dude, so from my point of view, here's what happened. And then this is what he told me. He's like, so you were buying us drinks and shit, you were having a good time. You went onto the dance floor, started like having a good time by yourself, and then you started talking to these girls. And I'm like, oh shit, please tell me they weren't like, not body shaming anybody, but like tell me they weren't the dependas. And he was like, no, you're actually trying to cap some pretty decent girls. And I'm like, damn, even when I'm blacked out, I have taste. That's good. And so,
I know.
yeah,
That's another story.
That's a different story, but like, so yeah, so he's like, yeah, dude, you were trying to talk to these girls, and and you went back to the bar, and I went to take a piss, and Hankins was with you. Then I couldn't find any of you guys. Then I ran into Hankins again, and he was trying to find you. And then when we found you again, you were covered in blood, and nobody knew what the fuck happened. And so this is the part that Hankins tells me about. So Hankins tells me his side of the story. He's like, yeah, dude, like, we were having drinks. We went over to this table with girls. We went back to the bar to buy them drinks, because you offered them drinks. And then you call me over there, and you bring me in, and you're like, dude, fuck these girls, I'm not buying them shit. They look like assholes, but we're gonna fuck them tonight. And I'm like,
Oh my god.
what part of that made sense to you? Like, what? Explain.
I apologize for his language.
Yeah, no, my bad. I mean, I'm just saying exactly what happened, what was said that night. And I'm like, dude, explain to me where any of that statement made sense to you. Like, well, first of all, I offered them drinks. I mean, obviously, like, that's something I normally do. I offer people drinks. But the part where I'm just like randomly angry at somebody and then saying like, oh yeah, like we're gonna go and smash, like, the funny part is he tells me, he's like, dude, the only part that really like drew my attention was where you were like, yeah, we're gonna smash these 4 girls. And I was like, I'm in, what are we doing? Like, and I'm like, Hankins, what the fuck, dude? So you're telling me you ignored like the entire rest of that conversation and went straight to we're gonna smash tonight? Like, and he's like, yeah. And then I took you outside and I was like, yo, dude, like, let's go get a smoke, you're fucked up. And then so like we went outside and we had a smoke, and you were like, all right, like, stay here, I'm gonna go get Camarada, and like we're gonna head out.
And that's where you made your first big mistake.
Yeah, he left me alone with the security guard. So the security guard genuinely didn't care because I was drunk. So when he went back inside to get Camarada, which is where Camarada was like, yeah, I ran into him again, that's where I disappeared for about 15 minutes, and nobody knows where I went. And then they found me by Buffalo Wild Wings, like right down the block, just spitting blood, which was like, what the fuck? And then that's where like they called Marty. Marty was trying to bring me home, and I started throwing up. And then Marty was like, yeah, no, he's not getting in the car like that. He called Sergeant Johan. Sergeant Johan came up. Apparently, I tried to fight Sergeant Johan, and then and so like he was like, "Yeah, dude, for some reason you were still in a fight or flight mode. Like when we're at the hospital talking about this, he was like, "Yeah, dude, like you were still in a fight or flight mode. Like you actually swung at me, and I was getting ready to hit you, but then you were like, yeah, no, like I'm good, dude. Like my jaw hurt. Somebody fucked me up or something like that." And then like he was like, and then like you fell by yourself, like you just fell on the ground, sat down, and you're like, "Dude, I got a piss." And I was like, "All right, man, go take a piss." And he goes, "Yeah." Then you walk up to a random car with 4 girls in it. I don't know the number. For some reason, the number of girls just continues to stick to 4. But there's a car full of girls, and I decided to piss on the car.
What the fuck?
I don't know if you've ever done this, but like when I drink, my first go to potty station like is a random car in a parking lot. Like I piss on that wheel. But I don't know if that's just me. I know a couple other people that do it too. But like whenever I need to piss and there's no bathroom nearby, I piss on people's wheels. And so, fun story. Yeah, that fun story. Like I'm going and pissing on this car, and Sergeant Johan's like, "Yo, dude, put that shit away." And you're like, "I'm almost done." And he's like, "Dude, I don't give a fuck. Put that shit away." Put that shit away. You take off. Apparently he brought me back to my room. And he was like, "You good?" And then he was like, "Yeah, you just kept telling me your jaw hurt, and that was it. Like, we had to like take your shirt off because like there was barf on it and like blood, but we didn't know where you were bleeding from." And I'm just like, so genuinely nobody knows what the fuck happened to me. Like, I have like this random like, so you know how when you get blackout drunk, you have glimpses of memories.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a glimpse of memory of somebody hitting me, and then me sitting on top of them and like fucking wailing on them. Then after that, nothing. And so I came to the conclusion that like, fuck it, I got into a fight with somebody who was whooping their ass, and then somebody came and blindsided me, is what I'm guessing happened. And after that, that's where all like I ran into camaraderie again. I ran into Sergeant Johan. They brought me here. I actually came to find me in my room, shirtless with a jacket on, blood dripping down my face, and just like chilling in the chair, like passed out, like just knocked out the whole time. And that's where he took me to the hospital. And so now I have a metal plate in my jaw, and my mouth is wired shut at the moment, so I have to enjoy liquids.
So the moral of the story is,
Don't go out without actually drinking.
don't go out drinking with people you can't trust.
Yep.
Stay in your battle buddy groups.
Yep.
So, and have a plan. The world's not nice. People will beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, no, so check this out.
And
Well, the interesting part about that was I had the group plan. Nobody else had a plan. So when everything went sideways by me being blacked out, that's where shit just fucking completely hit the fan.
like I said, with the right group of people.
Yeah.
You gotta stay with the right group of people, or you're gonna screw yourself over.
Yeah, because like I've gone out and drank again, like even though my mouth is sealed up, but it doesn't happen anymore. Because like there's at least one sober person in each group, and right at the moment, like yeah, like I'll enjoy 1 or 2 beers, but that's it. Because I know, like you never know when somebody will accidentally get fucked up.
Yeah.
That's
Things can go from 0 to 100 real fucking quick.
real fast. That's math.
Oh, so how I learned that I do not have a good taste when I'm drunk. I think I was like 16, 17. I think it was 16. I do not condone underage drinking. Don't do it. Bad idea. Don't do it. No, I did. Don't do it. I was 16 or 17, and I was at a party, and I remember drinking. Can't remember what I was drinking. I know the night started out with tequila. And me and tequila, well, I dance on tabletops whenever I drink tequila. He's actually seeing what happens with tequila. I think I was dancing on a cooler that night.
You were dancing on top of a cooler and on top of my bed. That shit was funny.
Again, tequila and me do not mix. Anyways, I ended up blacking out. And I wake up the next morning, And I'm next to this girl. And she's not exactly the ugliest, but she ain't the prettiest either. She's probably about 5. Little thick, but not bad. And I wake up next to her, and we are both butt ass naked, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? I don't even know if I used a condom that night. Thankfully, she didn't get pregnant. Come to find out I was supporting with every single girl I could. It's also how I earned the nickname Mr. Casanova. What you got here? You got Facebook going on?
Yeah, apparently they're putting on new rules or whatever. I just fuck it, take my information. I don't care. I don't use it that much anymore. Usually just post names for my family to be horrified at. You know, be a good little disappointing child over.
So what else shall we talk about?
I want to say the difference between military drinking and civilian drinking, man, because that's a really big difference.
It is.
So I mean, I know a lot of people outside of the military are like, oh, you got fucked up, like yeah. Well, you gotta understand the level of alcohol that was consumed that night.
Okay, let's put this in perspective, all right? Let's compare to how we drink and a college student drinks, because that's the level most people compare, right?
Yeah, like I mean,
because you'll have that college student or that brand new fucking LT that's like, oh, I cannot drink you because I was a frat boy. All right, so we're gonna go from there.
So just to put it into perspective, him and I were in Europe on a rotation recently. And we were in the same room. We had to share a room with a couple of buddies. Long story short, I mean, it like almost every not every weekend, but almost
quite a bit.
Yeah, almost every, I'm gonna just go through with it. Almost every weekend.
Yeah.
We had
some weekdays
3 to 5 bottles in the room that would be gone by the end of the night. There was one night where we had Jose Cuervo Gold, Jose Cuervo Silver,
Maker's Mark,
Don Julio.
Oh yeah, we did.
Patron, and then the single barrel of Jack.
Yeah, we had one more or something else. Someone brought something else.
No, there was just beers.
Beers. Grinnell stopped by with his Jaeger and his Disaronno.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So all of that. So just think about that. There was 4 bottles of tequila in total that disappeared that night. The Jose Cuervo was gone. I mean, I stuck more with the clears because I know that the clears, they just I react better to clear tequila than the dark.
Clear tequila is better, anyways.
I mean, in my opinion, yeah. So like the Jose Cuervo, Don Julio, and Patron, they mixed beautifully, and it was like the Patron lime. So that went smooth, super smooth. And then I had some Jack and Coke mixes, and always remember like a good rule of thumb. Or these are my drinking rules because this is how I learned how to drink, and you build a tolerance after a while, so you can drink more. Is liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Beer before liquor, you'll never be sicker.
Even though I don't follow that rule, I think it's for pussies because.
No, I mean it's just I'm just saying like the guidelines to like build yourself up to be able to drink the way that
If you're not used to drinking, not saying anybody should go out there and start trying to drink fucking every night. It's not healthy.
Yeah, no,
it's bad
not.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But yeah, like the good rule of thumb to follow if you're gonna start drinking, or like drink at a party. It helps keep you safe too because you never know, like how hard something will hit you, because everybody's body's different. So obviously, don't drink like everyone else. Like drink at your own pace.
Like me and him are natural heavyweights.
Yeah, like you throw me in a bar with a couple of my buddies, at least two or three of them will be under the table before he and I decide, you know what, we gotta slow down a bit. And and then that's not even a joke. We used to keep him around because it was just funny to watch him like get fucked up because he would try to argue with
Freaking
people.
hilarious.
It's great. Then Evans, we had our buddy Evans who we got fucked up for his birthday.
I think I was on guard that night.
Yeah,
when
no,
y'all did.
I don't know if you saw it though. Like
I did. I saw the video of
I
that.
saw
Like,
the video.
This motherfucker drank so much, and like he was just way out of it.
Yeah, and so a good example of being a good friend and taking care of your buddies. Like even though I was drunk, I'm just sitting here enjoying every beautiful second of actually convincing Evans, yo, dude, let's go to the showers. We're gonna turn on all the hot waters and sit in a sauna. We're gonna have a homemade sauna.
Just put this in perspective. These showers are open-based showers, so
Yeah,
like the traditional gym room showers where it's just
one room and like 12 shower heads.
Yeah.
And so what we would do was like we'd go in there and bring a chair and like sit there in our boxers or like swim shorts and just we'd make a sauna out of it. You turn on all the hot water and like the room gets hot and steamy and we just chill out. And so Ashley was trying to convince Evans, like, dude, we're drunk as shit. We should do this. This is a great idea. In the process, Ashley falls asleep. Evans is trying to fall asleep, and he's just like, dude, I want more alcohol. Like, we need to drink more. And I'm like, that's not a good idea, buddy. You're already fucked up. Here's some water. So we're trying to get some water into his system, and he finally falls asleep. While he's asleep, he starts throwing up. He's on the top bunk, and my buddy Jones sleeps on the bottom bunk. And it was horrible. I mean, like, dude, he barfed everywhere.
It was pretty sad.
It was hilarious. I mean, like, it was great.
Wasn't Knowles there that night too?
Yeah, but Knowles was in the bathroom barfing his guts out because apparently he's like, I don't get drunk. We all knew he was fucked up. Because I have video that like this is why I like to take videos of people being drunk around me, especially when I'm enjoying a good type of drunk.
But anyway, back to the original point. Like, we had, what was that, 8 bottles that night?
I think so. It was like, there's a lot of bottles.
Like, these aren't just like, small bottles. We're getting entire fists.
Yeah, and so, like we have, and it's not a single person finishing a bottle. We're talking like these 8 bottles were divided by 5 people.
Yeah.
And so.
And a couple of them didn't really drink that much.
Yeah,
so
no, usually like they would have.
It's usually the 2 or 3 main people that drink the most of it.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, if you go to a frat party, like, you'd have 8 or 9 bottles, but it'd be divided by a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
And then they have a whole bunch of beer. And that's pretty much it. Like, when we go out, we fucking go out. That's why, like, every night we go out. Like, if you're going to go out and drink, you have to set aside how much money you're going to spend.
Yeah,
because we can easily spend $1,000 on fucking booze and fucking.
Yeah, I think personally, my favorite experience in Europe was we went to the mall and they had a restaurant in there. And this time, nobody was there except me and Ashley. Like, we were just chilling. I don't know where we had split up for some reason. And so Ashley's getting a beer. And I'm sitting there, and I tell the dudes, like, hey, can I get 10 shots? And he's like, 10? What? Like, when does everybody else get here? I'm like, no, they're just for me. And he's like, well, what do you want? And I'm like, you have Jose Cuervo? And he's like, yeah. And he was like, you want clear or gold? And I was like, you know what, fuck it, let me get gold today. He's like, let me do 10 shots of that. And he's like, well, I have 5 shot glasses. And I'm like, oh, well, fuck it, bring me the first 5, I'll give you the shot glasses back, and then you can bring me my other 5. And he thought I was kidding. Comes back with the 5 shots and sits them down on the table. While he does that, and I tell him, like, hey, like, I'm also going to order a sandwich. He's like, oh, you're going to get a sandwich? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get a sandwich with a side of fries. He's like, yeah, sure. Writes that down, and then I was like, hold on, like, he was about to walk away to go put in my order, and I'm like, hold on, dude, like, I'm going to give you the shot glasses back. He's like, what? And I'm just like, watch this. And I do like 5 shots back to back.
This was in Romania, right?
Yeah, this is in Romania. And so I did the 5 shots, and he has a little tray that he brought him on, and I'm just like setting him down, and he's just like, what the fuck did I just witness? Like, he's got this horrified look on his face because.
Like, not very many countries party like we do.
Yeah, like he just, it looked like he had never seen that before. And then he comes back with the other 5, and I'm like, okay, you don't have to wait for these. Like, I'm gonna babysit these. Like, I do 2, and then like sit down, eat my sandwich, and then I do 2 more, and then save the last one for whenever I'm done with my fries. And he's just like, Jesus Christ, dude, like, what the fuck was that? And I'm just like, well, I mean, I'm just trying to get a nice little buzz going. You know, we're gonna go watch a movie. He's like, one of the movies like that, and I'm like, I mean, believe it or not, tequila doesn't hit me that hard. And he's like, all right, man, fuck it. And it's like he just let me enjoy my meal and go to the movies, and I had another like a beer or two, and then like that, I still like it didn't affect me as bad. Like I just went and enjoyed that.
So my favorite memory, it was my first rotation in Europe, and we met up with some British tinkers, right? And these guys were like, "Hey, you want to come over and drink with us?" It's a couple days before 4th of July, so we're like, "Yeah, sure." We didn't expect much to happen, and so we brought our alcohol, thinking they're not gonna have enough, which we were correct. And I happen to have one of these bottles of moonshine with me, and it's one of the big mason jars of moonshine. So we're sitting there drinking, and I met one of the British guys, and he was about the same age as me, and he was like, "I bet you I can outdrink you," and I'm like, "I bet you can't." So we sat down, and I would take a swig of moonshine, and he would, and we kept going back and forth. And we got halfway through, and he was like, "I can't do it no more." And he went outside and just starts puking his guts out. So I'm like, you know what? I can outdo him. I'm from Texas. I'm the Army. I can do this. So I just start gulping this down, feeling really good. Sit there for about 10 minutes. I'm like, nope. I don't remember the rest of the night. I just remember from that point on forward that I can say I outdrank a British soldier. So, but that's also where I found my love for rum chata. No, it is delicious. Fuck you.
No, dude.
It tastes like what is that cereal? Cinnamon Twist? No, not
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it tastes so good.
No, this shit is horrible. Like I'm telling you, I'm Hispanic. I love horchata. This shit's amazing. But for some reason, rum chata, it just does not go down well. Like you're fucking swallowing cum. And I mean, I'm not saying that out of experience or anything. It's just like it's a thick substance. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't.
I'm not saying that from experience.
Dude,
Sure.
Listen.
Sure.
Anytime you have to consume anything that's like a thick, like so. I don't know what to compare it to, but so like trying to chug honey, dude. Trying to chug like a more liquid form of honey. Or like
That's so good. You mix that with some Malibu? Yeah?
No, dude, fucking Malibu with some fucking Powerade is amazing. I used to drink that at school.
Or my favorite drink is Adios motherfucker.
Nice.
That'll put you on your ass. You're sitting there and you're about your 4th one within an hour, and you're like, "Oh, I'm not feeling this at all." You stand up,
Fuck.
you fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that we were talking about in the car earlier?
All about how communication in relationships suck.
Oh, yes. Today's relationships and loyalty, and both on the male and female spectrum, on both sides, or whether it's not sex.
We're not trying to make it a sexist thing either. Like
it's on both sides. It's bad.
And then honestly, I can give you the insight on both because I've been the good guy, but I've also been just as much the bad guy in a story. And I mean, obviously, it's not something to be proud of, but it's definitely a learning experience. You get a little perspective from it.
See, that's what one of the things I like about it. Some people is like, yeah, you might not be proud of something, but if you hold on to it, you're going to learn from it. You're going to be a better person from it.
Yeah.
But if you look at today's relationship, it's all about that instant gratification. You want stuff now. Everybody wants everything now. And so there's no patience, there's no communication. And I feel like part of that is like, as a male society is taught that you don't talk about your feelings, you don't talk about your problems, you man the fuck up and you move on.
Yeah, and realistically, like depending on who your partner is, that's not okay either. Like, because I mean, me just being a guy and being raised, with that whole like, oh, you don't talk about your feelings things. I mean, yeah, I like talking about my feelings, but it's difficult as hell for me to get it out. Like, I struggle so much to put into words what my emotions are sometimes that like I look like I'm trying to make shit up. But that's not it. And I've also been in relationships where like they're not understanding of that. They're like, tell me what you want. Like they just want an instant answer. Like I want a straight up answer. And that's not good either because now you're just forcing the other person into like a frustrated emotion. Like and so you're not gonna get a good answer out of it. And that tends to make things go from bad to worse. Because like then that completely affects your entire communication. Because now you have that frustration just it's something that you had like look at the relationship like a backpack. Now that frustration is something they got to carry with them for a while, and it makes it really difficult for you to communicate better down the line versus like sitting down and like, hey, let's go get a coffee and tell me how you feel. Like, and if you can't tell me how you feel, well, like try to express whatever you can, like get it off your chest.
I like that analogy, like a backpack. Like, take our assault packs for instance. Like, it can only hold so much, only so much.
And what you put into that assault pack is what you're gonna get out of it later, obviously. Like if you're going on a fucking camping trip, you bring snacks, you bring hydration, you bring something to keep you warm in case it gets cold, you bring shelter. And look at it this way: you bring something to feed the relationship, you bring something to keep the relationship warm and comfortable, you bring something so that in case to protect the relationship. So those are like key things to keep with you. You're not going to put something in there that's going to make you sick, that's going to make you uncomfortable, that's going to make you not want to be there.
It's like you're gonna have all this stuff that you need for the camping trip, and instead of packing food, you pack alcohol.
Yeah, like you're going on a long hike, you bring something that's going to dehydrate you.
Yeah.
Or you bring something that's going to like not sit well with you, make you really like just feel not well. That feeling of sickness is going to stick with you throughout the hike. So you're gonna be angry, you're gonna be uncomfortable, you're gonna be like you just that one decision makes the entire trip an unpleasant experience, and that's not something you want.
And it ends up being toxic for both parties whenever that happens. It destroys everybody involved.
Yeah, because you gotta keep in mind, like, so on that hike, like, say, even with your buddies, like, you bring your buddies on a hike with you, like, it's like a double date thing, right? Everybody else is gonna see it. You might feel bad about it in the moment, but by the time the little trip is over, you're gonna be like, damn, like, they could have said something and obviously brought it into perspective, but it wasn't gonna help because you obviously weren't prepared for it. Like I can be prepared with all the right things in my backpack, but there's only so much I can give him from my backpack to help his situation before I'm just like, hey dude, like I can only do so much because if I give you more, then I'm affecting myself.
And there's some people out there that don't know that when they'll sit there and they'll help, and they don't know when to stop. And then they start becoming reliant on that person, thinking that's what they have to do. And that's the hardest part of getting out of a toxic relationship is, they're so used to that. They're so used to that they think that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, like so, and then it gets even more difficult because say, like later on you want to get into a new relationship when you feel like you're ready. Always make sure that you don't just feel like you're ready. You're genuinely like you've moved on and you've become a better person than from that toxic experience, and you're ready to get a new beginning because sometimes people will get into another relationship and they'll just feel like they're ready, like, and there's still symptoms of that toxicness in there, and you're just bringing that into a whole new a whole new experience. You know, you're bringing that into a new relationship, and maybe the person that you're going into this relationship with hasn't experienced that yet. So not only are you affecting yourself, you're affecting the other person, and now you're not only like the you're affecting the entire relationship right from the base of it. You know, like you're starting this relationship on unstable ground because you're not 100% there. So you're damaging yourself even before you get a chance to get started.
And it's also part of communication too. Is like, if you've had past experience with that, you need to talk to your significant other about, hey, I've had these past experience. So if I do something like this is why. It's not because
Yeah, because there has to be some understanding in there. Because if the other person isn't understanding, then there isn't going to be any healing. Because sometimes, I mean, I'm not saying necessarily get into a relationship to get a healing out of it, because that's not good either. Because now you're
that's
just using
toxic as
people.
hell.
Yeah, because now you're just using people. But if you do get into a relationship where you genuinely care about each other and you're trying to heal each other, then yeah, like always communicate from the beginning. Like, hey, this is what I've been through. Like, don't try to make it seem like, oh, like you need to baby me because of this, because that's not how it works either. But definitely show that compassion. You know, be understanding of the other person's situation, and like just try to be there for each other. And if you do need a third party, just to listen to you guys, just so that there isn't of like, I want to say, like, so like if you feel like somebody isn't being heard, have the person who you have help you guys not be biased about it. Like, don't bring your best friend into it.
Yeah.
If he's gonna be like, oh yeah, my boy over here, like he's not doing anything wrong. Like you're nagging him every day, like, because that may not be the case, and that might make this relationship even more unstable later.
Mm-hmm. Now back to the instant gratification is like everybody thinks it's now. It's not kind of like oh, I found my soulmate. It's going to be easy from this point forward. And a relationship, you're always working on it, right? It's kind of like in the army. Everything I do with my soldiers, everything I do with everybody else is a relationship. And I have to build on it. I have to work on it. You can't just have instantly, oh, this is easy, or like being a first line supervisor. I have other first line supervisors that I have to work with. At first it may seem like, oh, I know this guy, he's really great. I know how he works. But that doesn't mean there isn't going to be rough patches. Because everybody has their off days. And everybody has their good days. Still can't believe you can't go live on your TikTok. Should be able to go here. What the hell?
Mine doesn't do it for some reason.
What is a pro count?
No idea.
Oh, it just gives you abilities.
Do you have any pets? I just realized we're getting questions and like.
It's from the same person. No, I do not. Well, I have one pet that's staying with family. 3-legged cat.
Please take over my account.
Oh, it's just someone that wants us to check out their account.
I mean, I'm sure like they cared enough to stick around for a while before they left. That's cool too.
It's weird. Can't believe it doesn't let you.
So weird, dude.
Maybe you haven't done enough videos to be allowed to do a live?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe you have to have a certain number of followers?
Pretty sure I do. No followers, guys. Jesus.
Let's see. What is your thing?
My
TikTok thing?
TikTok here.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Your rank kind of fun.
Yeah. next time we do a live, if we do one again, I'll make sure to put you in there. I'll put like a live with.
Yeah, I'm watching this now.
Are you?
Right there. It's
Nice.
delayed. It's super delayed, but yeah, nice.
Something else I want to talk about on these videos, obviously I have the live on TikTok, but this is going to get posted to YouTube if you're alright with that. You go with that? This video right here? Okay. But I also want to talk about, wellness, and I figured we could start with dietary needs,
Health and fitness, your diet, and how it affects your physical.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's a good way. That's a good one to cover.
Yeah.
I'm big. I don't know. Like I have a whole meal plan thing.
Yeah. I mean, I have the basics of it. I need to eat. I've just been slacking because work has been a pain in my rear end with all the counselings and paperwork that I've had to do.
I'm gonna put this live on my Instagram, but I'm gonna go grab my meal plan thing so that I can do that too. It's too hard.
Now we can move these books. Okay. We're gonna go on pause for a second. Alright. Oh, I'm back. Ooh, I forgot I had candy. No. Yes. Yes. Now, as we're about to get into dietary stuff, sitting here eating candy. Probably not the most healthy thing, but Good. Ow. Oh look, someone's actually joined. To most people we've had join. He'll be right back. He had to go grab something from his room. And there he is.
Alright, we're back.
Someone says hey to you.
Who was it?
Thomas?
Oh yeah, my boy Tommy. Tommy was gonna join the army. He's from Michigan. Just kidding.
Yeah, as we're about to talk about diet stuff, I'm
just gonna eat some candy.
Yeah. So healthy.
Yeah, super healthy. But yeah, so we're gonna be talking.
How's your jaw?
We're doing better. I mean, in about after this upcoming weekend, they're gonna take out the screws and stuff and be able to open my mouth again. Lost quite a bit of weight. You can tell I got slimmer. Lost 15 pounds. Oh, I think that's Camarada. It's funny, so. Yeah, so this whole
Where'd you get this card?
the old nutrition shop that was over here at the VX.
The one they got rid of? Bastards.
That place was honestly better than the GNC over at the.
It is. It was. It was 10 times better. I miss it.
Yeah. So this is just my meal plan for the day. So I was supposed to be eating every 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah. So, believe it or not, it's actually healthier not to eat just 3 meals a day. In case you people didn't know.
Yeah, depending on what you're consuming too, because you can't just put anything into your body.
It depends on what you're consuming, how active you are, what type of body you have, because everybody has different body types. So
everybody, everybody's different, so there's variables. But in my case, I have a high metabolism, and this diet was what helped me. So before I lost these 15 pounds because of my current situation, I was bulking, and so I was putting on weight, and it wasn't like fat; it was mostly muscle mass. I was getting bigger. So what I would do is I would eat every 2 to 3 hours. I'd have a meal or a snack, and I would go to the gym. We'd do PT in the morning. Our mornings always start at 6:30, and usually we're off by 1500, and if not later. And even if it is later, like there's always some type of way for you to get to a gym.
Yeah.
There's really no excuse to like not be working out.
Even if you can't get to the gym, there are exercises you can do on your own without gym equipment.
Yeah, so like you gotta have your own discipline. And so like for me, it's a simple like four category meal plan. Like I've talked to a lot of people back home about like their meal plans and like what they eat and stuff. And you know, like I know for example my sister used to meal plan and like she did it to lose weight. And the meals weren't bad, but there's definitely more options to what she could eat because like I would see that she would eat almost the same thing every day, like a lot of salads, limiting herself to what she was eating, which isn't good. I mean, it's a nice way to get started if you don't know, but there's
Again,
there's a healthier way.
it also plays into how your body is. Like, I have a low metabolic rate, so and I've been fat, like I've been obese before. So how my body digests things is going to be different than how his body digests things. So you got to do your research.
Your diet will also change that too. Like so, mine keeps my metabolism fast, and it's more for it to have to be like the meals are more beneficial to my health. So like I'm not cutting out like meat, I'm not cutting out carbs, I'm not it just every time of day the meal is different. So for example, you have four categories. You have protein, you have carbs, you have vegetables, and then you have your healthy snacks. So from the moment I wake up, I have one protein and a carb. And so that like your proteins would be like chicken breast, turkey, ground turkey, salmon, tuna, Greek yogurt, stuff like that. Stuff that obviously has protein, and none of that is unhealthy. Like none of what I listed off, and you can prepare it however you want. So it's not always going to be the same meal. And your carbs being like brown rice, sweet potato, whole wheat pasta, fruit, beans, yams, oatmeal. Good carbs that aren't gonna make you fat. I mean, like you're not cutting out rice. You have rice in there. You have all that good stuff like bread. So, because I've seen people also like, oh, I can't have bread, oh, I can't have rice.
That's retarded. Your body needs those.
Your body needs these things. You're not going to cut that out.
It has to be in consistency. Everything is consistency.
Yeah. So, and then not just that, portions make a difference. So my second meal is a healthy snack or a protein shake. So healthy snacks would be Greek yogurt with a half scoop of protein, a cup of almonds with a protein shake, or one apple, 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter. They're snacks that your body can process fast, and they actually fill you up.
How you eat with the broken jaw?
I have to blend everything. Yeah, I have to blend everything up right now.
This motherfucker has a little blender thing.
I got the magic bullet so that I can blend whatever I want to eat.
I noticed you had that pie too.
Oh yeah, no, that pie. I'm waiting for that pie. That pie is waiting for me too.
But notice how you said like natural peanut butter. Things that are natural. If you read the thing and you don't know half of what's inside that, whatever it is, don't fucking eat it. Because it's probably bad for you.
So it's basically like the grog bowl. I mean, no, not really. Because like I still have full meals. Like I eat beans, bacon. I tell people like what I eat, and they're like, "Oh, dude, that sounds gross. Like, how are you gonna blend that?" I'm like, you realize it's not gonna taste that bad. If it tastes good, just being whole, and you cut that stuff together, it's not gonna make a difference in taste if you blend it up. Like, Oh, dude, never had a grog bowl in ROTC, man. But I always had good food. I've never
You've
had
never
to.
been in ROTC.
I was in ROTC.
No, that's JROTC.
Same difference.
No, there's a difference.
It's the same shit.
I mean, you all think y'all are cool, but no.
No, dude. I mean, I don't care. Like, it was just, dude, that's high school. I don't want to think about high school. But it's the same shit, dude. Like, I've run into people from college who, like, never did ROTC in high school. And they're just like, oh, yeah, dude, like, I have to go to class and, like, they teach us this, and this. And I'm like, dude, I learned that when I was in high school. That's, like, Let 2, Let 3 level stuff. Like, they teach you the basics in ROTC and in JROTC. It's the same standard. It's kind of sad if you think about it.
It's a little bullshit, anyways, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, no, it is because, like, realistically, it doesn't teach you much, like, in regards to, like, the military. Which doesn't explain how that makes you qualified to be. Wait, no, never mind. It does explain how it makes you qualified to be an officer because half the time they don't know.
They can't be laying that for shit.
Yeah, dude, this shit is great. I mean, in ROTC, they definitely emphasized on the land nav thing. Like, they would take us to Fort Rowan, and we'd get to spend a week there. And
I was in Boy Scouts. You know, you may make fun of it, but my troop was ran by our fathers who were all military. Right, so we did all this high adventure stuff. Like we only have a certain amount of things we could do, and then we had to bring, like, we could bring a knife, rope, a sleeping bag, and poncho liner and a book of matches, and then we'd be sent out in the woods, and we had to survive for like a week. But like, I don't know. I'm kind of biased towards Boy Scouts, or at least how Boy Scouts used to be. It is not like how it is now.
Yeah, no, it's not the same. No, shit's the same anymore. Like,
no.
Dude, I went into ROTC when they could still fuck you up. Like, if you're fucked up, they can make you push. Now, like, I go back and, like, they're like, oh, well, I'm like, dude, your uniform's fucked up. Like, why aren't you pushing? Like, did they not do a uniform inspection today? I'm like, oh, yeah, they did. They just told me to fix it. What do you mean they just told you? Like, you didn't have to push or anything? Nah, man, we can't do that anymore. It's considered hazing. I'm like, bullshit, dude. Get down and do some push-ups. Like, fucking get your shit together. Like, get out of here. Don't come at me about, oh, this is hazing.
You know, you talk about that, but how do you think I feel? Because since I joined, things have changed. Like, you know, back in my old unit, you would still take rank off and go behind the tank.
I mean, we do that sometimes here too. Just not. It's not the same.
Like. No, it's not how it used to be.
It's not. It's very different. And honestly, I was kind of disappointed going through basic. Because, like, real shit, I was high-key hoping for, like, the drill sergeant who would fuck you up for anything. And, like, just...
I had drill sergeants like that. Like, oh, my God.
Oh, no, dude. Our drill sergeant, she just did not give a fuck, dude. Like, half of what we learned from other drill sergeants. And if we're getting fucked up by other drill sergeants, too. Like, she'd fuck us up after somebody would fuck us up. For not being squared away, or, like, you know, we'd get fucked up for something stupid.
That's why there's so many problems right now, especially in our company. That, you know, there's so many problems with discipline.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so many of your peers are forgetting customs and courtesies.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're about to have a rude awakening because a lot of the gunners are about fed up with it. And a lot of the gunners about to be getting their corporals too. I'm supposed to be getting mine in January. Didn't know that, did you?
No, we know. Well, at least I knew. I don't know. I'm one of the more high-speed guys in our unit, sadly. Like, right now, I'm already starting to prepare for that gunner station, trying to fucking get the specialists.
I'm trying to get car prepared. Because, like,
which car? Big Chin car? Or
no.
Big Brother car?
Big Brother car. He's squared away. Like,
Big Brother car. He has his shit together. Like,
he's my golden child.
It's funny because, like, you see him and he's big as shit and he's, like, the softest dude in the company. Like, he's a real nice guy.
He wants to know how your Patriots are doing.
I don't know. I'm actually not watching the game because my phone's right there. If not, I'd be watching. Oh, you didn't check it?
Yeah. I mean, my defense is riding on it.
Who the fuck are we playing? We're playing the fucking Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, y'all got it.
I mean, we should have, but I mean, we got a couple of receivers out. There's a whole lot of variables that went into it. Even Brady was hurt this week too. He was questionable for today. I don't know. He's a fucking 49ers fan. So.
I mean, the only reason why I really am concerned with the NFL is because of our draft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we're in a little fantasy league, so we're enjoying that quite a bit. We're playing for a fucking coffee mug. We called it the Cup. It was funny.
Oh, it doesn't start till 3:25.
Yeah, see, the game starts later, so I don't know. We'll see. We're doing alright. We're fucking 9-1, dude.
Yeah.
And the Patriots have like a 75% of winning today.
Their next game's against the Texans. They'll win that too.
Dude, the rest of the season for the Patriots is a fucking cakewalk.
Yeah, I'll pin it to my stuff, so.
Yeah, we'll get notifications and shit.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be getting them as soon as the game starts, like, start getting notifications. Oh, wait, don't they play the fucking football games over at the Warriors Zone?
I think so, yeah.
I'm gonna watch it there if you want. I'll bring a couple of beers and just watch it.
I'm good.
Dude,
I'm kind of lazy.
I mean, we don't gotta do anything.
He said, go to the bar. This time, don't get your jaw broken.
What?
He said, go to the bar, but this time, don't get your jaw broken.
Dude, I mean, I've been to the bar. It's just one off night. Some bad shit happens. And you just eventually kind of shrug it off. You know? Get over shit, you move on. You learn from it. Next time I'll keep my knife with me. The one night I decided to keep my knife out of my pocket. Honestly, I think that may have been a good choice. If anything. Imagine.
Yeah,
He's in jail. Why? Fucking somebody fucking kicked him. You stabbed him. How did that happen? I don't know, man. You fucking lost the shit.
Sounds about right.
Some shit that would happen too.
This is gonna start coming back down to an end. I don't want to push this stuff past an hour.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be good to just like put it out there.
Yeah.
Start ending it.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and end this. We will see you all again at some later date. Haven't chosen one, so.